Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to Bear Family Farms on, well, a particularly windy Friday. I'm in here in the chicken coop with the ladies because we're going to do a quick update on them in just a couple minutes, well, seconds really. But first, I want to say that I noticed today when I got home from the barn that the channel has passed 1,000 subs. So I really want to say a huge thank you to y'all for joining me here on the farm channel. And I mean, like, seriously, a huge thank you. And especially everybody who's joined lately. I really appreciate you subbing up and helping me try and make this little farm and little channel a bit more of a success. So, on that note, let's look and see how the farm animals, our little livestock, our chickens are doing here, since I've switched them over to the wild bird seed instead of the traditional layer feed. It's windy but sunny at the moment, so they're all kind of just hanging out in the doorway to the run. I've still got the plastic on that, so it's fairly wind-proofed. You can look and see here, Betty looks just fabulous these days. Her feathers have all filled out and Bunty's just doing the back and forth thing. But since we've switched to the seed, Patches there with the beautiful singing voice, yes. But she has actually started laying eggs again. She only gave us one initially when these ladies first joined us. And it was kind of tan and kind of oblong and kind of weird. And I'll be honest, all of her eggs have been a little misshapen. But they are lovely tan eggs. Little Bunty here, she gave us some kind of, I almost want to say chalky eggs when we first started the switch over. And lovely, bright in the sun Betty has given us perfect white eggs almost every day. And I'm talking like the shell is perfect, the shape is exactly what you would expect out of a white chicken laying white eggs. So I guess the really massive and weird ones we were getting were from the other Betty. So now we have just 3 little hens here laying 3 distinctly different eggs, and it's all real easy to do roll call. See who's freeloading and who's not. But like I say, basically every day now, Betty's given us one. Quit picking on Bunty. Bunty's given us one, and Patches there is given us probably 3, I think, over the last 5 or 6 days. So that is absolutely wonderful. Still using their hanging feeder, and I'm still mixing in some of that layer feed, but we're mostly on just seed now. I kind of need to top this up. But the ladies definitely seem to be enjoying it. And when it hits the ground, it doesn't get all mushy and nasty like the feed does. So they're running around and pecking at it and cleaning it up, you know, acting like real chickens, really. And on that note, Betty and Patches both have been laying in our litter box nest box. Bunty, on the other hand, she likes to put them kind of way over there in that corner. I don't seem to be able to break her of that habit, so that's just kind of how that goes. But because these are retirement hens, and we've already lost one to old age, we are looking at getting some new ones for this year. The hatchery that I was going to deal with doesn't seem to have Brahmas this year, but they've got ones. Oh, I'm gonna get the name wrong, but I think they're called Black Sex Link chickens, because basically they can sex them right at birth. The ladies come out black and the boys do not. They're kind of yellowy from what I could tell in the picture. There's a minimum order of 10 of those though. So I'm kind of thinking if I get the minimum order of 10, I can get them overnight delivered in the mail and pick them up in town, because I'm usually done by like 2 o'clock. And I know our postmistress won't mind having the little cluckers around. She's incredibly cool about things like that, actually. Probably done with me getting chicken wire in the mail, though. But anyway, if I get them and raise them up from chicks, it's going to be my first go, so I expect there'll probably be some losses that way. But at the same time, hopefully not too many. And it can be a good learning experience that I can share with you guys as we go. But there are a couple people in town that I know who may be interested in getting chickens. So Paul, Brian, Grimace, if any of you guys are watching this and you're interested, contact me next time you see me running around town, and we can work something out, because clearly 10 is too many. I mean, bylaws aside, we don't need 10 laying hens producing eggs for 2 people. That is excessive, and just kind of over the top for what I'm going for. But getting a few to replace these, you know, nice, fresh, sounds terrible to say it, but not used birds, I think will give us a longer lifespan with them as layers and, you know, livestock / yard guests, whatever. Plus it'll be interesting to see the little black ones running around. We'll have some goth birds in the group. So yeah, guys, if you're interested, let me know, and we can work something out about getting you some chicks when I raise those up to laying age. And as far as everybody else, not necessarily in town, I can't help you with chicks, but your nearest hatchery probably can. So if you're interested in getting started with chickens, it's a lot easier than a lot of people think. So I really recommend it. If you've got the space and your neighbors are cool with it, pick up a few hens, add that little bit of well, entertainment to your life. Chickens are surprisingly entertaining when they're just doing their thing and being chickens. And on that note, I've got a couple minutes I'm going to spend hanging out here with the ladies, and then I've got to get inside and deal with our poor puppy. But yeah, so 1,000 subs, that's totally awesome. Thank you guys so much for sticking around, and like I said earlier, being a part of the adventure here on the Bear Family Farms channel and just on the farm in general, and giving me all that super awesome advice. Totally appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Take care, everybody.